Before getting into the content, we have to know about inflation. Inflation is the rate at which the general level of prices for goods and services is rising, and subsequently, purchasing power is falling. Typically, as inflation rises, every dollar will buy a smaller percentage of a good or service. Central banks attempt to limit inflation and avoid deflation in order to keep the economy running smoothly. Inflation is usually measured by the Consumer Price Index (CPI) or the Producer Price Index (PPI), which track changes in the prices of a basket of goods and services over time. Inflation can have negative effects on an economy, such as reducing purchasing power and creating uncertainty, but it can also have positive effects such as encouraging investment and economic growth. Hope now you'll understand about inflation. Okay, now we will talk about what causes Pakistan government's economic crisis. Pakistan is currently facing an economic crisis that has resulted in a number of challenges for the country. One of the main factors contributing to this crisis is a high level of debt, which has led to a devaluation of the Pakistani rupee and an increase in inflation. Another major issue is the country's trade deficit, which has grown in recent years due to a decrease in exports and an increase in imports. This has put a strain on Pakistan's foreign exchange reserves, making it difficult for the government to pay for necessary goods and services. Additionally, Pakistan's energy sector is also facing challenges, with a shortage of electricity and gas leading to power cuts and blackouts. This has severely impacted industries and businesses, making it difficult for them to operate and grow. To address these issues, the government has implemented a number of measures, such as seeking financial assistance from international organizations and implementing austerity measures. However, it remains to be seen whether these measures will be enough to turn the country's economy around. It's important for the government and private sector to work together to find sustainable solutions for these issues. The need of the hour is to increase exports, reduce imports, and focus on the development of local industries to increase employment and boost economic growth. The core reason behind Pakistan's economic crisis is its politics. The country has not had stable government for most of its history, leading to a constant struggle for power between Pakistan's army and political parties. Even when political parties are in power, the internal fighting in the ruling party and opposition pressures usually leads to the fall of an elected government and replacement by another party. The country has had 6 prime ministers in the last 10 years. Why Pakistan's economy is in dire straits? Pakistan's economy worsened after the recent floods that inundated a third of the nation and halved its growth. With inflation rates hovering around 25%, the country is facing one of its worst financial crises. The economy has been in a state of collapse, due in part to an ongoing political crisis, causing the value of the rupee to drop significantly and inflation to reach its highest levels in decades. The situation has been made worse by the recent devastating floods and an energy crisis affecting the entire globe. What steps has the government taken? Malls and markets were ordered to close by 8:30 p.m. as part of measures to conserve energy. As per government calculations, steps to shut markets, including restaurants, would save around 62 billion Pakistani rupees, $273 million. Various departments within the government have been told to reduce electricity consumption by 30%. How Pakistan plans to get out of it? Pakistan's Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif, who is in the UAE, announced on Thursday that the Gulf nation has agreed to provide a $2 billion loan along with an additional $1 billion to support the economy. Pakistan typically seeks financial aid from allies like China, Saudi Arabia, and other Gulf nations. Pakistan's project loan financing has exceeded $8 billion, with contributions from financial institutions such as the Asian Development Bank, the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, and the World Bank. Out of the total financial commitments, the Islamic Development Bank, ISDB, holds the largest share at $4.2 billion. Saudi Arabia has committed $1 billion, China has committed $100 million, Qatar has committed $25 million, Canada has committed $18.6 million, Denmark has committed $3.8 million, European Union has committed €87 million, France has committed €380 million, Germany has committed €84 million, Italy has committed €23 million, and Azerbaijan has committed $2 million. It has received a potential solution through the involvement of Saudi Arabia, as Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud has instructed officials to evaluate increasing the kingdom's investments to an amount of $10 billion. Pakistan is also planning to seek an extension of a $2.1 billion loan from China, its all-weather ally, in March. Hope they'll recover their economy soon. Okay guys, meet you in the next video. Bye bye from Information School.